Hey guys, I just wanted to do a reaction video to the New Mutants in the cinematic universe for that franchise. It's coming out next year, along with Deadpool 2 and X-Men. Fuck with the Phoenix Saga with X-Men: The Last Stand. I don't give a fuck about the Phoenix Saga anymore. They're out of ideas. Bryan Singer's not part of it anymore, but Simon Berg was still a collaborator with Bryan Singer. It still proves that production team is out of ideas. I don't give a shit about that movie. However, this New Mutants project looks like it could be exciting and bring something new to the table.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I want you to respond truthfully. Have you ever hurt someone?
Yes.
Have you ever experienced anything you'd consider abnormal?
Yes.
Last question. Do you know what mutants are? Did you know baby rattlesnakes are more dangerous than adult ones? They haven't learned how to control how much venom they secrete. All of you are dangerous. That's why you're here.
What is this place?
This isn't a hospital. It's an haunted house.
You've been through a lot. Get some rest.
Okay, so I like the angle they're going for in this movie. It's apparently they're supposed to go for like a horror film aspect, and given how many superhero movies are out there and how formulaic they tend to be, especially if they're in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that this is probably the best way to go. Especially since one of the main characters in this movie is supposed to be Magic, aka Alania Rasputin, who is supposed to be the younger sister of Colossus, who was seen in Deadpool and his future past in the first three X-Men movies. And her ability is to travel through teleportation disc, and usually those teleportation discs in the comics are supposed to open up to the limbo dimension, which is supposed to be full of demons and other supernatural beings. And I'm getting the impression that because she's younger and doesn't have full control of her abilities. Anna Taylor-Joy, by the way, she, ironically, she co-starred with James McAvoy, who played young Professor X in the prequel trilogy, in Split, which came out back in January. I'm thinking that because she's younger, she doesn't have full control of her abilities, and maybe because she has access to this hell dimension, that she's being used as a conduit for all these like evil supernatural creatures to like cross over to Earth. It was interesting to see all these different graveyards with X30, X36, X22. So I'm wondering if maybe this will be like a follow up to Logan, in which even after those like kids that he was trying to save got across the border, maybe this takes place in Canada. Maybe there were like other young mutants during that time who weren't able to make it across the border. Maybe who were in like a similar facility, who went through the same kind of torture and experimentation that those kids went through in Logan, including X23. Another character that's supposed to show. Other cast members include because of course you saw Macy Williams of Game of Thrones fame. She's supposed to play Wolfsbane, who's a mutant who's able to shapeshift into a wolf. And then of course you have Alice Braga, who plays Cecilia Reyes. I've seen her in other bit parts here and Alexis Braga. She was in I Am Legend, Elysium, and I guess some other flicks such as Predators was another one. And she's supposed to be playing Cecilia Reyes, who in the comic books is supposed to be a mutant who generates force fields, not unlike one of the Strucker kids, Lauren, on The Gifted. Which if you haven't seen that show, go watch it. I did a review on this channel, and I'll put a link to it in one of the iCards or at the end of this video. But it seems like she's playing Cecilia Reyes in name only. It seems like she seems to be one of the doctors and one of the mutant haters experimenting on these kids, and is probably going to be a victim to these demons that are possibly using magic as a conduit to get to Earth, and or it could be like the work of another mutant character named Mirage, who has the power to generate illusions based on people's fear and desires. Like, who knows? But this is a very interesting film. I like a comic book movie that's going for a horror aspect. The X-Men universe is a very smart idea, very unique idea, and I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, among the three X-Men Cinematic Universe movies coming out next year, The New Mutants, Deadpool 2, and X-Men The Dark Phoenix, which one are you looking forward to? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.